Hey, Robin. Seems like most of the third period, you guys were able to limit their looks for the most part. But I guess what happened there that final 2.5 minutes when they made their push?
Uh, yeah, I agree with you. I think we we played really good for the most part in the third. They're a dangerous team, you know. They they're I think it was their fourth goal there, off the rush, making plays, and um, yeah, that we just had to keep that play that we had for a little bit longer, and I I should have come up with a couple of more saves.
Next question tonight goes to Justin Emerson, Las Vegas Sun.
Hey, Robin, we've talked a lot this season about the 2-game series that go into it, playing a team a second night right after playing them. Is this one that you guys are glad that you get to get back and get another crack at Minnesota in 2 days?
I mean, for sure. I mean, it's been a little weird that way this season, obviously, and obviously this one doesn't sit great right now. But we gotta just take a look at it and fix it and do it. Everyone do it just better next game, and take a look at it and fix a few things and before the playoffs. Sometimes these games are obviously, we want to win and points and stuff, but sometimes it's a blessing this happens now before the playoffs, so you can take a look at it and both as players and us goalies, can see kind of what we need to sharpen up.
We'll go to Jesse Granger from The Athletic.
Hey, Robin, watching this Minnesota team, they seem a lot faster, a lot more maybe offensively minded than in past years. You have a good perspective from back there. What do you think is the biggest difference on this team, comparing them to what they were the last few years?
Well, I mean, obviously they're having a great year. I mean, they made a bunch of changes, and I think they're very very underrated. I think they have a lot of skill. Some of their lines has a lot of grit. They play very hard. Good goaltending. But yeah, they play fast. They make plays. They're very dangerous off the rush, but they're also really good at grinding. I mean, I was talking to Fleury about that. About this team is how good they are at creating offense around your net. They always move. There's a lot of plays from behind the net. There's a lot of cross ice plays, stuff like that. They're good, but still unacceptable. We had the game in our hands, and again, we all got to be better. I have to play better than that, and that's kind of how it goes sometimes as a goalie. I felt good. I felt like I made a lot of good saves, but I needed to come up with more, and obviously I had a couple of bad ones. So I got to figure it out.
We'll take 2 more questions here with Robin. Next, we'll go to David Shane, Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Aaron, kind of with that, I'm wondering, just because of the last 2 games, you guys have lost leads in the third period. Do you feel like teams backed off, like taking the foot off the gas a little bit, or it's just another explanation?
I honestly, I really don't think so. I mean, we got to watch the game again, but from my perspective, I thought we came out third period, played aggressive, and we had the period. It's again, they're a dangerous rush team, and they capitalized on their chances, and they had some luck too. The fourth goal, as I said, good rush play. Fifth goal bounced off his skate shot. I should bad rebound. I got to figure out my rebounds lately. And the winning goal, it's just, I don't know how it led up to there, but it's a shot from the D to just unlucky bounce off someone in front and went in. It's I thought we were the better team in the third. They just capitalized and got some bounces there in the third. That's what we just got to try to stick it out a little bit more. And again, I have to come up with a save. So it's that simple. Sometimes there's nights like this and you don't want to have them, but it happens. So it's good it's now and not in the playoffs.
Last question tonight for Robin Leonard goes to Brian Blessing with the Vegas Hockey Hotline.
Robin, clearly it was a game that had some bite to it the other night. Arizona with desperation in the third period, and Minnesota again with the desperation tonight, making their late push. Are you sensing the intensity level getting ratcheted up now at this time of year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for a lot of the teams we're playing going forward, are fighting for playoff spots, fighting for position, all that stuff, and it's the same with us. I mean, again, I thought it was obviously, you know, we hate losing and it sucks right now, but it was a pretty fun game to play, and you know, it was a lot of great scoring chances on both ends, and obviously some goals. It's not, you know, you don't want to like in goals as a goalie, you know, but you know, it was two good hockey teams. But again, we put ourselves in a good position in the going into the third, and just got to look at it and again just fix it, and I got to make some more saves.
Robin, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Mark, I know this is a competitive group that hates losing. Robin said this one's not going to sit well. What are your thoughts?
I mean, we're up a goal with what minute 45 left. We give up two. We're up 2 goals with 10 minutes left. Back-to-back games. We get one win out of the 2. Yeah, we got to seal the deal. We got to keep playing for the entire game.
Next question tonight goes to Ben Goat, Las Vegas Review Journal.
Hey, Mark, this is a team that creates, you know, a lot of its offense just right around the net. I guess, what do you guys need to do better to combat that, you know, with your net front defense?
Play in their end more, hang on to pucks, you know, make them come 200 feet. When they get cycling, they're a good team. When you force them to play defense, that's where we excelled. We scored 5 goals tonight. Main reason was when we were playing in their end. When we got caught out in our zone and buzzing around, that's when we were in tough.
Go to Jesse Granger from The Athletic.
Hey, Mark, I know you're not necessarily playing with Peyton Krebs, but what did you think of him in his NHL debut?
I thought he played really well for us. He's got lots of poise, moves the puck well. He's a guy who's confident in his ability. You can tell for a first game. I was really impressed. You know, I've been skating with him for quite a while now. You know, he was with us in the bubble. Kind of saw it firsthand, the kind of skill he has. So I'm excited for him to keep developing.
Time for a couple more tonight with Mark. Next, we'll go to David Shane, Las Vegas Review Journal.
Hi, Mark. Robin mentioned, you know, kind of good thing it happens now maybe instead of the playoffs. So what are the lessons, I guess, from this game and even the last game that you need to take into the playoffs?
You got to handle momentum swings better. You know, I thought we were playing a pretty good third period for the first 10 minutes. I thought we, you know, we didn't give them much. We controlled some play. We got some chances. You know, right before they make it 5-4, Tucky has a great look. You know, we had our looks. We played aggressive, and then we kind of sat back a bit. But I think the momentum swings, those happen when you're playing in these critical games. So, yeah, we'll learn from it. It is what it is.
Question tonight for Mark Stone goes to Alan Snell with LV Sports Biz.
Hi, Mark. What is it about the dynamic of these two teams? You guys play the most competitive, just crazy games, it seems like. I was just wondering, what is it about these two teams that seem to bring out the best in each other?
I don't know. I mean, I think we've had 2 games that are high scoring, and the rest were basically 1-0 and 2-1. So I don't think there's, I mean, they're big, they're strong. They got some skill, but we got to just play our own way. I got some guys out of the lineup right now, some key guys. It'll be nice to have Revo in the lineup. I think they'll be a little different when Big 75's out there. I don't think there'll be as much tripping.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks.
Just given the way your team played tonight, how tough are the last 2 minutes to swallow in the momentum shift there?
Yeah, that's about as tough as they get, though, that kind of loss. You know, it doesn't happen very often. We've been pretty good in those situations, you know, in my time here. I guess the only silver lining, or the couple silver linings, are we worked hard to put ourselves in a position to win with a couple minutes left. Did a lot of good things, and thankfully it's not 2 weeks from now in a playoff series, because that would obviously be a lot harder to take, as tough as this one is to take.
Next, we'll go to Ben Goetz with the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Pete, you've talked before about how, controlling the net front battles is really key against this team. Is that, part of the story of tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, always. I thought we got to their net. We did some really good things offensively. And you know what? I really liked our third period up until the last 2 minutes. I thought we didn't sit back. We were on our toes. We had some real momentum shifts. This game's, when you get two evenly matched teams at this time of year, it's fine lines. And I think just before their tying goal, we're at the other end. Tuck's all alone with the goalie. They get a save. Sometimes it comes down to that.
Next, we'll go to Jesse Granger from The Athletic.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Pete, I'd like to ask your just overall thoughts on Peyton Krebs' debut, and then maybe more specifically, his speed and skating on the forecheck and the pressure he can put on their defense. Does that kind of allow him to make an immediate impact?
Yeah, I actually thought he was excellent tonight. When you consider the circumstances, just coming back from the his junior playoffs or season, he really hadn't skated until pregame skate today since last Wednesday. And, he jumped right in with both feet, looked confident, made plays. I wish I could have got him out there a little bit more. He deserved to play a little bit more the way he was playing.
Time for a few more here with Pete Deboer. Next question for him goes to John Mattis with The Score.
Hey, John.
Hey, Pete. You talked about silver linings before. On the Martinez goal, I mean, is that pretty much a perfect execution of a power play zone entry there? Seems like one of those rare sequences where what you preach in video sessions or practice actually comes to fruition.
You're gonna have to remind me. There were so many goals tonight. I'm trying to remember the exact sequence, but we're with our power play right now. We'll take it however it looks. If it looks pretty, great. If it looks ugly, we'll take it that way too.
Next question goes to Chris Matthews with Channel 8 Las Vegas.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Pete, how you doing tonight? I was just wondering if you can kind of talk about that. It just seems like of all the NHL teams, this is the biggest nemesis for the Knights just through the years from the very start. Now they've won 5 in a row. Is there such a thing as a team kind of has another team's number against that team? It just, however the matchups go, it just seems like it's that close.
Yeah, I think that's real in pro sports. I think there's always teams that you have matchup issues with. Sometimes it's not even, the rosters or the way they play isn't a mismatch. It's just a team, is in another team's head mentally, and for us, you've got to fight through that. So, and I'm confident we will. I think, every time we go in here and play another game, you'll learn a little bit more. And obviously, it's not going to be an option not to find a way to win here on the road.
Final question tonight comes from Ken Bolke with Sinbin.Vegas.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, Pete, I guess along the same lines, like how important is tomorrow's game? You got an opportunity in the regular season to get one there. Like how important is that game now?
Yeah, another critical game for sure. We talked today that these last, 5-6 games for us are we want a playoff mentality. So, these games, the toughest part isn't physically recovering; it's mentally recovering when you lose that way. So we'll have to look at it tomorrow and regroup and spend time on the things we did well tonight and try and clean up some of the other stuff.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
And thanks to all our media members on the call as well. We'll send out the recordings in just a bit.